Is it the color? It could be the color. Hold on. Let me just fix that. Is it blue? Is that blue? That's blue. There we go. Can you guys see me? Are we live? I can't tell. There we go. I'm just pulling up TikTok as well because I need to be able to see both chats today. This is going to be an interesting life. I don't know how long it's going to be. I genuinely have no idea how long it's going to take to discuss this. I've talked about this so much this morning already. I'm kind of done with it already. Hi guys. A lot of you probably have no fucking clue what's going on as well. Should we keep it emo only? No. I want people to be able to speak freely. And it's also why I opted out of like writing something down, because I don't want people to think that it's like what I'm saying is scripted. This sounds like a YouTuber apology. I'm so sorry. Trust me, I didn't do anything. So, microphone, no. But I need to talk about things because people have put me in a light where it's such a complicated situation. Things got blown out of proportion, and I am so disappointed to say that it's one of my own personal moderators who decided to try to cancel me on Twitter. And I genuinely don't, they have a few reasons that I have in front of me, which I will be addressing just like this, because I have I'm going to fucking talk about it like this, as if I was talking to some friends, because I'm not going to do it scripted, or it's not going to come across as genuine. Do you get what I mean? Okay. I don't really know how to start talking about this, because as you guys know, I think, how long was it? I think it can't have been like over maybe a month ago. I think it was about a month ago that I got involved in the Mischief Productions production. And sorry, I'm really struggling with my train of thought. It would have been so much easier if I had scripted it, but you're gonna have to bear with me because I refuse to do this. Right. Oh. Are any of my mods in chat currently? Okay, Lee, do you have the possibility of removing a moderator, or do I need to do that? I am so fucking disappointed. It's wild. I genuinely thought that I could trust. And most of my mods I do. They're lovely people, they really are. And then there's just this one person that decided to go out of their way and expose me. They were like, oh, the truth about Paperback. What truth? I'm going to lay out the truth right now for you. There is nothing that you can get me on here, I'm sorry to tell you, but that was for absolutely nothing. And I tried to send them a message this morning. I was like, what the hell was that? And I do admit, at first, because I was so shaky and I felt so fucking betrayed by the whole situation, I sent voice notes into the mod group chat, which the mods can, what's the word? What's the fucking word? They witnessed it. Witnesses, that's the word, fuck me. But basically, I was just explaining the whole situation and how disrespectful it was for them to do that without knowing the context. Oh yeah, some people were... Yeah, right, because they decided to screen record and put out my voice notes, my private voice notes online. Voice notes that I trusted people with. I didn't even say anything bad. That's the worst part. but they just completely took everything out of context, put it on Twitter, and started being like, oh, this is like how it is to be his moderator. Sorry. Eve, did you murder somebody? No, not yet. I'm kidding. I'm only joking. People keep asking me. No, I don't. Get on track. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Because my moderator just told me that I should check my DMs. Sorry, it's because there's a lot of people in chat and I can't keep track of everything. DMs. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure how to do this, so if I can do it properly, like this. Yeah, it doesn't say that I can unmod people like that. I'm so sorry. I should have done this before stream. I'm so sorry, folks. At least it allows me the time to chill the fuck out. Oh, there we go. And you know what sucks? I won't say their name right now, but it pisses me off. This community is so fucking kind. I won't say it. I can't say it. This person. There we go. There we are. Okay, we're free. We're free. But yeah, this whole thing isn't like common knowledge yet, but people started making videos about it, and I saw that there was not only people in the comments having like been misinformed, but also mutuals of mine who heard this and they were like, oh no thanks, which understandably so, that's fine, but like I need to be able to clear things up myself, you know. So as I was saying, the Mischief Productions is something that I was a part of for a few weeks. I was not initially cast as Remus. I would like to say this. I was cast as a very, very minor role, and I turned it down because the whole point of me doing this was so that I could have like an acting reel and start going into like the acting scene. Sorry, that's my phone. It keeps fucking up the mic. Where was I? Oh yes. And when I was contacted, I was very, very lost because I had only recently, it's only this year that I actually know about the Marauders fandom. So any previous dramas, I really struggled to get information from, but I got people telling me stuff like that there was proof to disprove thing. This sounds really confusing, but I promise you I'm just as confused as everyone here. I never got the full story, and because I was like the newbie, like I didn't feel like I could get into like understanding the full situation of people's traumas, that kind of stuff. But anyways, past that, that is something entirely different. But basically what happened is that one of my one of my moderators decided to go on Twitter and accuse me of knowing the fact that the prank, and I want to make this perfectly clear, it is only the prank from the Mischief Productions that was written with AI. And they basically were saying that I was aware of this. This is not the case. This is not the case, and I can say this for the entire team, except for the writer. It's such a fucking complicated situation, and it's hard to discuss because there's a lot of like lore behind it. Not lore like Lore, but lore Law. Jesus, dyslexia. But yeah. So let me explain this. From the beginning, when I got sent the text, I was a little bit confused at some of the and I don't know, because there are people that have seen the text, and I don't know if you'll agree with me. When I read it for the first time, I was like, this feels very out of character. It was just so, some of the things were written a bit weird, and I was like, surely the person who wrote this, it's probably because English isn't their first language. And so my first initial thought upon reading it was asking, is it okay if I do ad-libs, if I'm trained in, what's the word? Improv? That's it. So is it okay if I don't stick strictly to the script? Because obviously I didn't want to be like, it kind of sounds not too good. I mean, because at the time, I didn't know. I thought that was someone's hard work. But that wasn't the case. It wasn't someone's hard work. But despite that, they agreed that I could do some ad-libs and work the text to work with me. Because a lot of it was using British terms and they weren't exactly fitting in the right area in the sentence, if that makes sense. It just, something was a little off, but I couldn't tell what, because I joined this project, I was very confused. It was like a 1 week thing, and I was already so mentally exhausted because of conversations with the said person that were so emotionally draining without me really wanting to discuss things. But yeah, so the text didn't seem right. And I learned it, and everyone in this bloody project worked so damn hard. And I want you to understand this. The only person at, at fault here is someone that has a lot of power in this project. The only and singular person. The rest of the crew had no fucking clue. Everyone had been everyone had been reading their lines, learning them, making sure that everything was perfect. God, the set designers did such a good job. Everyone is so talented in that group. Except for one. I'm sorry, humor's my fucking defense mechanism. It's really fucking hard for me to talk about this without being jittery. But basically, we did the scenes as usual, and everyone was doing this kind of improv thing because it didn't really fit right. It didn't really sound quite right. So we just went along with it because no one in their right mind would have thought it was AI. And come to the... which scene was it? I think it was the last scene, I believe. Yeah, we had discussed how there was a certain action where one of the characters, and we were like, that feels really out of character. Really out of character. So we discussed it, and one of the people on set in the cast was like, how about I try something else? We rewrite it, see if we could get something to work a little better. And they did such a fucking good job. They rewrote that scene so well. And everyone was agreeing. They were like, this is so much better. This feels way more natural to do. And so I then talked about it with people, and then they talked about it to the certain person, and it got shut down. It got shut down immediately. They were like, no, we're doing this version. And everyone was like, what the fuck? But that sucks. But so we do the first scene normally, and then suddenly everyone stops, and there's we need to tell you guys something, because they realized something in the pattern of how it was written. And basically, people from the team, from the cast and crew, put the most simple prompt into what's it called? ChatGPT, And we found the same fucking sentences. The same fucking sentences. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll wait for the ads to be done. It's okay. It's okay. We'll wait for it. We'll wait. Sorry. I'm still so angry. This happened like, I think 2-3 days ago. So it's still really, really fresh. Just tell me when the ads are over. I'll repeat myself. It's okay. I forgot the ads were on. Well, at least it's not an apology video because I don't have anything to apologize for. Okay, you're back? Cool. Okay, so we're doing the last scene. We're doing it the way that the AI text, which we didn't know at the time, was. And we get interrupted. And they're like, we need to tell you something. They wrote the most simple prompt about the prank into ChatGPT, and it came out with very, very similar sentences. And so that's where the research started to begin. Completely threw off the schedule, by the way. Hi, Lex. Lex is in chat. Hi. Where was I? Shit. Oh yeah, it completely threw off the schedule. And so people started doing research and running the text through AI, like, you know, detector things. And the percentage that came up had us fucking fuming. And I'm saying this as someone that I didn't know these people, but I became so close with these lovely people. The cast and crew are amazing people, and my heart ached for them. It ached so fucking badly, to the point where I should not have been. Well, no, I was very angry because my integrity as an artist was fucking compromised at the point. I was just like, what the fuck? The fact that we weren't aware of this was wild. And so everyone was breaking the fuck down, to be honest. I'm going to be real with you. Everyone was losing their shit because it was so disrespectful to everyone that had worked so bloody fucking hard on this project to just suddenly be like, oh, well, I want the credit, but I don't want to do the work. I'm sorry. It's the humor thing. I can't deal with serious situations. Okay, ooh, almost breaking my fucking setup. But everyone fucking lost it. And wait, what? I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so when we realized this, it was like a domino effect, because there was so much being like realized. And I can't talk about this. Because they're not my personal stories to talk about. I am addressing the AI thing because that's a general experience. But there was so much disrespect. And I'm going to be honest with you, emotional abuse. It was just so much. And I can't. This is only one part of what they fucking addressed. I hope it was worth it. I hope you're glad you have a stream dedicated to you. Thank you for not allowing my friends to talk about their own experience in their time, because yes, I am someone that has a big platform. However, it has been 3 days. We are still sleeping and recovering. Like, this job, this little project was not something that was easy to do. A lot of us got like 3 hours of sleep a night. We're still recovering. I'm fucking exhausted. And we're still so angry. Like, even emotionally, we're all so angry about it. And you did not allow us to be able to breathe and address this in a way that... I don't know how to... It's just, if we were to all just go at once, everything would blow up. We wanted to do this right. And the fact that you, a moderator, took that away, not only from me, but from these people that spent years working on a project that it meant so much to them. It's not just about me. And I'm not pissed about myself right now. I'm pissed about everyone you fucking affected. Sorry. But yes, we didn't know. No one on that team knew. And we are so fucking angry, not only for us, but for everyone who invested towards this project. And I want to make absolutely clear once again, this production, well, it's not the entirety of the production, because the rest of the short films were written by a talented fucking human. Okay? Not the same person, by the way. I don't know if they're comfortable with me saying names, but they literally have a talented writer right there, and they decide, no, you know what? No, I'm gonna use fucking AI? So you guys understand why there's so much anger, because the people on this project sacrificed their health. I cannot tell you how fucking sick I felt for the entire filming. Emotionally, they're completely spent. Financially, people wasted so much fucking money. And I'm going to talk about my personal experience because I don't want to talk about others. I'm going to say, though, people in this project have spent so much money for someone to write AI. Like, what the fuck? But, like, anything that had to do with me, I covered. I didn't want to contribute to, like, making the production, like, harder to manage. So I paid for bloody everything that I used? No, like the accommodation, travel, everything. Because I wanted to be part of a project. I wanted to do some acting. I wanted to find friends. And in all honesty, I have found some incredible friends. Despite the fucking shit show that happened, I have met some incredible people. And I'm so glad that I was able to meet them. We were able to talk so much. And it was hard to go through, but one thing that we had was telling ourselves that we weren't alone and we were all together, feeling this. Yeah, we were basically trauma bonding. Exactly. But the reason why I didn't talk about it, like, immediately was because this was a group thing. We experienced it together. It's not something that only affected me. And I was someone that was very new to the project. Some people have been dealing with this for years. I felt like it was fairer to let them choose how to address this, not me. And I know I have the platform to talk about it, but had you waited a little bit for people to be able to get their thoughts together, we wouldn't have this situation right now. But yes. Anyways, I told people in confidence last night. I was like, and I don't know if you guys heard the voice notes, but I don't even understand how they managed to get them out of context. Genuinely. I have no idea, because I explained to them that I don't, like, you can talk about the production, but I don't want anything mentioned about this certain person that has a lot of power in the production. Simply because of the fact that I knew it would throw me off, and it wasn't my place to talk about a story that didn't affect me as harshly as others. Sorry. But basically, all I said was just be mindful of those messages. We need to keep this under wraps for now, because I'll talk about it when the time is right. Because that's what I meant. I wanted my friends to feel comfortable with that before I threw my fucking almost 3 million platform at it. Does that not make sense? Am I crazy? I don't see where I went wrong with this. And for some reason, they decided to share. First of all, it was fucking embarrassing, because I'm someone that I don't like talking online. I don't like talking very much, and streaming has helped with that. But in these voice messages, I stuttered a little bit. And that I don't usually do. When I only allow myself to keep voice memos like that up with people that I trust. And they decided, you know what, I'm going to take that, put it online, shit talk you. And even when this morning I was so angry sending voice messages, I was never rude to them. But I was so upset and telling them how fucking disrespectful it was to do that to the group of people that I met recently. And then I calmed down. I explained it a little further because I wanted my point to get across. And I sent them a message being like, you're probably sleeping right now, but I'd really appreciate it if you were to discuss with me, like one-on-one, so we can talk about this. Because I think you only have like a quarter of the story correct. Barely. So I genuinely really wanted to be able to talk about it, but then because they put it on Twitter and they decided to fall asleep and see what happened, things blew up. And now I'm having to fix your mess. Okay. Now what? I see a lot of people talking about the GoFundMe money. Which are we talking about? Because I have the screenshots of the Twitter post here. For what cause are we talking about? I did not decide to fall asleep. It's not a mess to fix. And please, my pronouns are it's. Okay. That's fine. That's completely fine. I will respect that. I'll try my best. I've never used its pronouns before, but I will try my best. I hope it doesn't come across as rude, does it? Hold on. They said the cat in the Airbnb. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, because that's in the Twitch, TikTok. No, Twitter. Why do so many social media start with T? What was I saying? Right. And it's not a mess to fix. Okay, I need to address you directly now. Because a mess to fix, I don't think you realize how dangerous what you did is. Seriously. Because, one, you forced people to talk about a situation that they weren't comfortable talking about just yet. And two, that heavily... Okay, I was able to catch it before it got viral. But that could have fucked up, put a massive dent in what I do. And I hope you realize that. Because your misinformation means other people are misinformed and therefore create waves of hate, it's a domino effect. It happens. But you have to you have to realize that. Okay. Now, the GoFundMe stuff. I wanted to talk about, what was it? That we talked about. Listen, I just don't like how you decided to portray me in this way when all I was doing was trying to do the best for my friends. Hold on. This line. The fact that he repeatedly asks us to keep it a secret indicates he knows what has happened is morally wrong. Yes? Good job. I know this. I'm trying to protect my friends here. We are all fully aware it's wrong. I just needed time for them to be able to be okay with things. I really don't understand how you misread the situation. Ethan, I was going to message you, but I was asleep and then I had therapy. I was going to talk to you in private about it, but then you went live. Yeah, but you should have just talked to me in private from the beginning. I'm sorry, but that's just how humans interact. You talk. And I am always happy to discuss things because I know for a fact I'm not someone that would ever do something that would, one, hurt people, be fucking, what's the word? I try to be as genuine as I can be online. And I would have hoped that you would have sent me a message about it. Because doing this really, really shows the kind of mindset that you have. And I don't buy it. I'm sorry. You should have just talked to me. And that's it. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, and yet instead of speaking up about it or leaving the production, he stays and keeps silent. Wrong. The moment we left the set, everybody walked away. I quit my job as Remus Lupin because of the disrespect. I just wish I would have been able to talk about that myself. Hey. Also, silencing his followers by not allowing them to even ask about it. Again, it wasn't a topic that had been discussed in the past publicly with anyone. I just didn't want to end up seeing this higher ups person name in my chat because it would have thrown me off. And I don't know, it made me severely uncomfortable. And I wanted my friends to be able to have the fucking time to deal with things. Did most of the actors quit, if you know? Yes. There's a lot to be discussed, and you guys will know everything. You will. But that isn't up to me. I'm just the random guy that arrived a few weeks ago. And suddenly, because of I feel so incredibly guilty about this. Because these guys have been dealing with this for years. I arrive, I do a little role, I fuck off, and then, because there was drama, suddenly, because I have a big platform, it's everywhere online. Because one person can't shut its mouth, is that correct? I'm so sorry. Genuinely, I'm pissed off at you, but I am trying. And again, about the whole, like, talking about it once the film had released, that is because we were going to include it some way to be absolutely clear with people. And we're trying our best to figure out things. We really, really are. Trust me. It is horrible to deal with. These people are fixing a mess that wasn't theirs to begin with. Let me see. What else? Oh, yeah. Especially as they are still collecting funding without this knowledge being public. We have no access. We have no access to the social media. We've tried, and we're still trying, but we have no access to it. Let me see. Okay. So you then say, let me have a read. I have no proof of this, but I fully believe the script is still used in the short film. Correct. However, listen, I explained this already. We didn't know. And the amount of effort, and we don't want to give them that power. Like, yeah, they fucked everyone over, but there are 30, I can't remember how many people, but there's over 30 people that have worked on this relentlessly for one person to fuck us over. So, yes, most of it is still the right script, but we are going to be very, very open about everything. The use of AI in the script goes against fandom integrity entirely. Correct. I absolutely agree with you. Hence why we were so bloody, like, adamant. Adamant? Is that the word? We took our stance on the subject. And trust me, we are doing everything in our power to get this fucking right. Hold on, I've lost. Oh, we have ads. Sorry. So, is the film still being released? As of what is being discussed, I believe so, yes. But it's going to be very transparent about everything. Because I don't think that everyone's hard work, genuine artistic work, should go to shit for this. I'm so manipulative to my audience. You've got me wrong. I'm so sorry, but you have me completely wrong. I'm trying to be as genuine as I possibly can. I really am. I'm being as open as I can about this because whatever they wrote is just wrong. They have the context wrong. And I can understand if they were in the wrong mindset last night that they could have misread what I was saying, which I'm fully open to, like, forgiving. But it has had an impact. It has had a huge impact. What was I saying? It's wild to me. Like, I'm gonna be a little selfish here and talk about, like, my personal experience for a second. I arrived on this project not expecting anything. I just wanted to act out something because I missed acting. I haven't been able to act in so long because for a long time I felt very held back from acting. And I just wanted to do this to prove something to myself. And my acting skills did come through. They did. Although I was incredibly sick, I was meeting a whole load of new people, and I just wanted to do my acting and get out. and just have an experience. It was like a week. And not only do I learn about so much shit in such little time, but I sometimes, and this is gonna sound weird, I'm incredibly lucky to do what I do online. I really am. But sometimes it is so exhausting to be constantly in people's faces and being automatically the person that will get blamed. And I am learning to deal with that. I am. How can we best support you, Ethan? Just being here, to be honest. I'm glad you guys are listening, and I'm grateful for the people that aren't immediately siding with lies, mainly. Well, not lies. I believe that, is it Emrys? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that they were misinformed, must have had a bad day, and took it out on me. And that happens. It does. It's human. But you need to learn where the line is. Talk about it with me. Sorry. It's taking a moment. It's pronouns. Did I get that wrong? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. What did I say? My apologies. I really am sorry. Do you need to get the money for flight, etc. back in? No. I'm in a situation where I can allow myself this. There's so many people on the team that need to get their money back for what they invested, and I'm okay with letting go of everything I paid for because I was able to meet this incredible group of people. And also I don't have the energy to deal with another fucker. I'm kidding. It's been so emotionally draining that I've just given up on it. But I am privileged enough to be able to give up on that amount of money. Which day of filming did it all come out? I can't remember entirely. I think it was the second to last day, or it was the last day. I can't remember which one. I think it was the second to last. Let me read the rest to make sure I cover everything. Okay. Yes, so the use of AI in script goes against the fandom's integrity entirely. Yeah, I agree with you. I really do. Which is why we're fighting so hard against it. But we just needed to be able to get our heads together and actually recover from how exhausted we were to do this. What else? Ethan himself has spoken out against using AI in creative industries in the past, so you would think that he would speak out about this given the situation. Had you given me the time, I would have, but it wasn't my place. It really wasn't. I didn't feel like... It would have been selfish of me. It would have been incredibly selfish of me to just talk about it like this. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I was not the most affected person by this. So I trusted the people that got affected by this to know what to do best and what makes them think what they think would be the best outcome for this. For me to go out and speak out about things, it would be incredibly selfish, and I know better than to do that to my friends. What else? It is demotivating as someone who writes content to see this happen within a wild scale project. Do better. Yes, which is what we're trying to do. We are really, really trying to do that. We have been promised the removal of the production because we gave an ultimatum. It's not going to happen again. We're going to try our best to not let that happen again. And I fully agree. I'm someone like I studied in arts. I wrote books when I was a kid. Why? Like, my whole name is Paperback because I love the fucking song Paperback Writer. I write songs. I am such a creative person, and I would never ever be okay in my mind with AI being used for something that I'm working on. I would not have worked on it had I known it was AI. I hate AI. Like, from the beginning. Listen, I have been offered contracts of thousands of pounds with companies that use AI, and every single time I've turned them down. And I've discussed this. I've discussed this in the past, so it pisses me off that this was done behind my back. There are a lot of problems regarding money with Ethan, one of which is the amount of GoFundMes he has created since he started content creation. I am fully aware of this. I know. I am absolutely aware of this. I have no issue with creators asking for money. This is not a problem if it is done correctly and honestly. I have tried to be honest. If there's anything that you've missed on what I've been saying, I will clear it up. I will. Ethan has a GoFundMe for his top surgery, which is very valid and an expensive procedure. However, when his cat Doris fell ill, he created a GoFundMe for her. Clarification, I took down my own top surgery GoFundMe to promote Doris's one. This was created when he did not know what was wrong with the cat, and it raised a total of £12,000 without anyone even knowing why the cat was so ill. Wrong. That is entirely wrong. First of all, I want to clarify that I had gotten insurance for Doris. I paid all in one go £1,000 to be able to cover her for a year for £5,000 because she was a sick cat. That we hit the limit of 5,000 because of how much testing that needed to be done. This little cat has gone through so bloody much, and I just... Later on in the year, she got diagnosed with lymphoma, which is a cancer. The moment we knew, I talked about it. The moment we knew. And... I'm sorry, this angers me like nothing else. Doris needed help regarding, procedures. There were so many procedures, biopsies, testing, so many, sampling needing to be done. And that stuff costs so fucking much. And we'd already blown £5,000 on it. So yeah, I had nothing to work with. I talked about it in a GoFundMe because I wanted to help a cat that my partner has, they love her so much. So yes, I used my platform. I did. And I'm glad we found that, I'm glad that we found what was wrong because we were able to help that and get her the medication that she needs. And she's still on those medications. If I hadn't done that, I am not sure Doris would be with us today. And it's harsh to say, it really is. But after talking to the vets, it's a good fucking thing. And I don't regret. And I'm so grateful for everyone who did, donate towards things. And, sorry, let me just scroll through, because I feel like I'm losing my mind. The most insane part is that it was a mod. It knew... Okay, sorry, I'm correcting people in the chat. It knew all this firsthand, how. I don't know, because I've been very open talking about things. I don't know if it was just not presently listening, and that's okay, because like my streams, it's not a paid job. I pay my mods as much as I can every month, but don't accuse me for things you don't understand. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I tried to be as transparent as I could about Doris, because it was a huge amount of money. Huge. It was insane, and it blows my mind that people were able to hit that goal. And I'm so thankful for it. And I've always been very mindful to thank people when I could. Let me have a look at the rest. This was done in a very guilt-trippy, manipulative way to get fans and viewers to donate money to him. If you are still in chat, can you please clarify about that? Because I don't see how I did that. I talked about it, but I gave the facts. I talked about Doris's condition. I never made it feel like people had to. I just explained the situation, and I was desperately trying to help my partner's cat, because even though like at the time we hadn't been living together for a long time, that cat means so much to the both of us. And I tried my best to be fully transparent, and that's all I did. Okay. Once again, I totally understand needing help with money, especially since vet bills are expensive, but it could very well have been a very minor thing and needed less than 1k. No. No, because from the beginning, I was very open with things. I don't know where you're getting this information from. It just felt very weird to put up a GoFundMe with no goal and no explanation. Again. Wrong. I explained everything as transparently as I could. When we got an update, I'd be on Instagram updating everything. Okay. Okay. Oh, regarding the reason other than it was for his cat. I didn't just make a GoFundMe and just go, it's for my cat. What are you talking about? I'm so sorry, but like, I feel like you're heavily misinformed. The rest, okay. Within the time after Ethan posted the GoFundMe for Doris, he got a new cat, Phoebe, yes, and bought her a very fancy food dispenser with a camera in it. Also a water fountain bowl. This would not even be an issue if he had been actively asking... If he had not been actively asking for money to help fund his cat's surgery. None of that money was taken from the GoFundMe. That was entirely me working my ass off and not buying things for myself. That was out of my own funds for something else to be able to get my cat comfortable. And plus, okay, I'll explain the whole thing with Phoebe, okay? There are multiple things that went down. First of all, I want Doris to be as comfortable as possible. That came from my own funds. I put aside buying a PC, multiple little things for myself that I would be very happy to have, but I would rather prioritize the cat. So I got cat trees. We got 2 cat trees that she loves, and she spends so much time in them, and it has bettered her quality of life. The water bowl is so that I can monitor how much she's drinking, so that I am sure that she is hydrated and can fight cancer. The food dispenser, same reason. I'm able to keep an eye on them to see how many times they've eaten in the day because I want to make sure that they are healthy. Okay? Next, Phoebe. I actually discussed this with the vet, and I was like, Doris is a cat that in the past she's shown that she likes other cats. Would it help, potentially, to have a companion around? Because while I'm always home, I'm not a cat, and I'm always busy on my laptop. And they agreed, after long talks, they agreed that getting her a companion would help. And I did have Wendy, but Wendy is a cat that is quite aggressive, which is why I thought it was better to get a second cat, have them bond, so that when Wendy arrives, she doesn't scare the shit out of Doris, so that Doris, her health doesn't deteriorate. I don't know how to explain this to you. There was a reason behind everything we did, but none of that money came from the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe was purely for her medical expenses and for making her comfortable. That is it. And in all honesty, it worked. Doris perked up so much. She is doing really, really well. Okay, sorry. I was just reading the comments. I'm a bit shaky talking about this. I'm so sorry. Alright. Oh, right. Wait, what? Oh, wait. No, I was in the wrong place. Another problem regarding Ethan and asking for money is when he moved from France to the UK to live with Andy. He set up a GoFundMe and to pay for his Airbnb, which again felt weird to me. Why would you move to a whole different country if you did not have a place to stay? Why ask your fans to fund that? There was absolutely no planning that went into this, and if there was, I would be very surprised. You are correct. There was very little, very, very little planning going into this. However, I will explain my reasons, okay? Andy was given a deadline that got shortened to move out of their old place. And they had a job that they loved. They loved it. And I saw that. They were thriving in Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is a place that is such a safe place for a trans person. And at the time, I didn't really know where they would go, if they would go back to Austria or Slovakia. But I was scared that they would have to go back to an environment where they wouldn't feel safe. And I was in a situation where I was fucking miserable. And I was healing from loads of things, and I just needed to get the fuck out. I really did. I was not doing well at the time. And I saw how Andy needed someone, and I needed someone. And I was like, you know what? Edinburgh's expensive. How about we join forces? We try to move in together. And this was a long shot. This was a massive long shot. I felt crazy in the moment suggesting that. But Andy agreed, which I was very surprised about. And just so you guys know, this was entirely us just being friends at the time. We just wanted to help each other out. And the thing is, I didn't have a good understanding of how to rent in the UK. I did in France, but because I dealt with that kind of stuff. Okay, hold on. We have ads. Sorry. I am so anxious. Oh, okay, I have tea. It's cold, but... Remind me where I was when the ads come back. 20k is insane. It wasn't 20k. What are you talking about? It was 10, which is insane. Don't get me wrong. I'm surprised that people managed to hit that goal. I think it was that, at least. But I'll explain why. I will explain why. Ads are over? Okay. See, the thing is, all of my actions when it comes to asking for money and making GoFundMes has never been a move for myself. It's a move that I've done out of concern for people I care for. I'm one of these people that if I'm struggling, I'll figure it out myself. I've always been like that, because when I moved out from my parents, I was fucking really struggling to make ends meet. It was really fucking hard. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah. So basically, what had happened is that, first of all, Airbnbs for a month are fucking expensive, and I did not expect them to be that expensive. But we stayed in an Airbnb for about a month to get Andy's stuff moved over in there. And it was an interesting situation because we had all of their boxes. We didn't have much space to work with, but we had a roof over our heads, and that's all that mattered to me. I just wanted to make sure that Doris and Andy were safe and they could still live in Edinburgh and be happy there, because I could see how happy they were in Edinburgh, and I didn't want them to have to move back and stuff, and plus that would mean I wouldn't be able to see them, that kind of stuff. But then during this month, we were constantly, and I mean constantly, looking for a place. Agencies were turning us down left, right, and centre because I had only just started making enough money to be able to justify renting a place that is worth what was like, sorry, a big thing just popped up. Sorry. I saw this thing here, and I was just like, what? Lots of words. What was I saying? Oh, yes. We were getting turned down left, right, and center because streaming was a thing that was new. I had never, I started making a lot of money, and I had no way of proving that. And I had no way of telling a landlord, you can trust me on this, because I'm going to work my ass off on this. Obviously. But even when I showed up with receipts and stuff and everything they needed, the fact that I'm 21, the fact that I don't have a valid UK passport, Andy is from Slovakia, those three factors made it so fucking hard to find a place. And on the last few days of the Airbnb, we found a place. And it was a fucking roller coaster because they went back and forth on allowing us to live here. Because they were scared of getting scammed, which, rightfully so. It's a bit weird for a 21-year-old to be like, I can pay for this place. But basically, it was a private landlord. It's a private landlord. She wasn't sure about us. But also her condition. First of all, her condition was a year of rent in advance, which is not legal. It is not legal. And I took it upon myself. I was like, that isn't legal. I'm so sorry. I can offer you potentially 6 months, because that's what we had raised in case this would happen. In the case that would happen. And I was able, well, at the time, no, that's wrong. Wait. Yeah. So it was 6 months rent in advance. Let me see. 6. Yeah. Okay. So that it adds up. All of the money just went towards that. It was the 6 months, and that was, I don't know how to explain. That's where the money went. That's what we needed for. What we needed it for. I couldn't afford a year in advance, but I told her that's not legal. So we settled for that, and that's why we had a GoFundMe for that. And I feel so lucky because you guys allowed this to happen. I would never be where I am today without you guys. So I'm so grateful for you. I would not have this office. I would not have, like, now, today, you guys have allowed me to be able to prove the fact that I can afford a place like this. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have done that without you guys. And I'm so insanely grateful. And I understand that people are mad at me about the GoFundMe stuff and the fact that, yeah, there have been events side by side that happened that just ended up tainting, like, dirtying my name. Because, like, people don't like the fact that because I have a lot of followers, I do have this advantage to do this. But I promise you, I never did this with my interest, like in my own interest. Like, yeah, I'm very happy right now. But my first priority was Andy and Doris. And that's just how I love. That's who I am. I don't give a shit about myself. I only care about the people that I love, and I will do bloody anything, even if that means compromising my name online. Okay. Let's see the rest. This is also the reason I would not be surprised if he did not do his research regarding the Mischief production. It's extremely irresponsible. See, the thing is, regarding that, is that I was informed about issues in the past regarding the Mischief productions, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I still don't fucking understand. I've talked about it with people, and I've been given receipts disproving this, that, and the other, but when I went to do, like, I'm someone that I look at both sides. The problem is, there are so many Marauders creators that have blocked me, so I can't see. And so when I went looking for it, I was like, I don't see anything about these what are we talking about? And I obviously only had one side to talk to, so I did. And I still don't understand. So, I was basically given a lot of, like, proof without being told context, even though I tried. But yeah. The main problem regarding Ethan moving with no plans is that he withheld content behind a paywall, in a sense. He said he could not film any new content until he was settled, yet consistently posted drafts from months prior. Well, yeah. I worked my ass off so that I could provide you guys with content while I was I literally moved to Edinburgh with one suitcase of my stuff. I had one suitcase. I dropped everything in France to come here. And I didn't have the opportunity to, like, make content as I used to. So before moving over, I worked my fucking ass off so that you guys could still get content without, like, getting a massive break between and, like, me losing traction, because that's how TikTok works. If you don't post, you lose all your traction. So obviously I did that. But when people were asking me, oh, when are you going to do more content with Andy? When are you going to do this with Andy? When are you going to do that with Andy? I was just like, I can't. I can't right now. Because we're in an Airbnb. We're crammed in an Airbnb with all of their stuff. I have one suitcase of my stuff. I have nothing to do cosplay with. To be able to do this, we need to have a proper roof over our heads. And I don't understand how people don't get that. I didn't put it behind a paywall. All of the content I put out is free to watch. But if you wanted the things that you were asking me, I could not do it in the environment that I was in at the time. I couldn't. And I tried. Trust me, even when I had barely anything, I tried my best. I did Remus content. Like, I put on, like, my jumpers that I had brought with me over from France. But that's literally all I had. That's all I had. And I was trying my fucking best. And also, like, yeah, I posted my old stuff as well because I made sure that it was ready-made in advance. That's how content creation works. It's so weird to have to talk about these things when it's... I've tried to be so transparent about everything. I really have. I don't mind telling my fucking whole life story. Unless, well, no, I keep certain parts of my past, like, certain parts of my past quiet to not affect others. But when it comes to me, I try to be as open as I bloody can. I really do. Because I feel like people find safety in that. And to be honest, I'm so I do acting as a job. I don't want to do it on camera here either. So, let's see. It was essentially bribing people by offering gay wizard content if they paid for his Airbnb. What? First of all, I think I did most of the promotion while I was in the Airbnb. I think I paid for that myself. Mostly. Yeah, because most of the money raised was towards the 6 months of rent. That 3,000 that went into an Airbnb to make sure Andy had a roof over their head was all me. Was it? No, that's wrong. Some part of it was from the GoFundMe, I believe. But a lot of it was something that, I can't remember. Because we raised 10k there. Yeah, rent, 8,000. Yeah, so it was like partially. I can't remember. Remember Emery's pronouns? I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely so sorry. This is the first time I'm using these pronouns. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. I do sincerely apologize, though. I will try my best to remember when I can. It's weird to... at first I was like, maybe putting some music in the background will calm me down. And I was like, if I have silly music in the background, this is not... it's gonna sound so weird. Okay. Funny how it didn't have a problem with all this before. I feel like they just had a different perception of me. I don't know why. I don't know because I know that with my mods, it's only... I can't interact with everyone. I was talking about it with a mutual of mine not too long ago. And they were upset because I'm someone that struggles to answer to DMs. But like I struggle answering to my family, and I don't know if that's something that could have fueled this, but not that it. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. It's just that if I use it for it, I feel like I'm being rude to it. It's like a thing in my brain that's making me feel like I'm disrespecting it. I'm so sorry. I really am. Do correct me every single time. I will apologize every single time. I'm sorry. It's not rude, right? Okay. Anyways. do. What was I saying before that? Okay, chat, I want to make it perfectly clear. We do not, even if it's not a conventional pronoun, we do not shame pronouns here. We don't do that, okay? Even if the person has wronged you, you don't disrespect that. Okay. All right. Where am I? I've lost where I am. Oh yeah, he has posted many links to GoFundMes for his cat and his top surgery. But you will find none addressing the issues that are happening in the world right now. There are no links to help against Israel's genocide. He put up a GoFundMe for the Mischief Productions within 24 hours of joining. This is a problem in itself, and yet Palestine has been attacked relentlessly since October last year. Dear person, can you please look at the top of the chat right now? I've been speaking out about Palestine from the get-go, from the beginning. Have you been living under a rock? I've been trying my best to organize, and I haven't done it because I've had so much on my plate right now. But I have been actively trying to raise money for the PCRF. PCRF is Palestinian Children Relief Fund. Because I believe that no child should be mixed in with such fucking violence. It offends me that you even bring that up, considering the fact that I have been very vocal about this on my socials. I've been reposting things on my Instagram. I've been posting links. I've been trying to organize a whole charity stream around this. It's been hard because charity streams are not fucking easy to do. And I've been trying to do it for I've been trying to organize a time where I could do it for 24 hours and try to hit a certain goal. But my health will not allow that. So I'm trying to find a way to help. And I'm doing the best I bloody can. And for you to say that online is wild to me. As for the Mischief Productions thing, I thought I was doing a good thing. And to be honest, I was, because it allowed, well, not for the higher up person, but for the team that wanted to create something great. They did. They really did. And you guys, by donating to it, allowed that to be created. And yes, it has been tainted by this fucked up situation. But I still feel like there is so much love and passion put into this project. So yeah, they were struggling to hit the goal. I shared it. I did, because I wanted to help a few friends out, and I wanted to be able to be like, I can be of help. Because I was the new guy, and I was like, I didn't know how to interact with people. I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to help out as much as I bloody can. Sorry, I see a lot of confused people in the chat. You can re-listen to the VOD afterwards. But I'm going to emphasize this again. There is only one person at fault here. The rest of the crew are such amazing people. You guys have no idea. They've helped me through so much, and I've talked so much to them, and they're lovely. And the fact that this is what's fucking happening right now is wild. The fact that we're dealing with this when we're not the people who fucked up is wild. Anyways. Okay, I actually haven't read this part yet. Because when I read it the first time, I was really angry. So past the Palestine thing, which, again, just to prove a point, there is a fund up there. We're aiming for $3,000 to go to the PCRF. If you can donate anything, please do, because it is for a good cause. Anyways. How he handles drama on TikTok is also a problem. He responds via his stories with passive-aggressive comments about drama he was not even involved in. Eh? What? No, huh? I only talk about drama when it directly talks about me. At least for the past year. I can't remember further than that. I don't... Yeah, I mean, I can come across as passive-aggressive. Do I even? I feel like I just tell people to settle down. And yes, my coping mechanism is humor. But I address things in a way that basically just tells people how to behave online. Hence why I'm doing this. I'm trying to be so gentle. I feel like I'm gentle parenting right now. Anyways, next line. It comes across as rude and narcissistic by inserting himself in places he does not need to be. What are you talking about? I don't even know what situation are you talking about? Not gonna lie, you focus on hate too much. I do. And I agree. I focus on hate. And that's something that I'm learning to get over. It's hard though. It really is, because the people saying this and saying that you're focusing too much on hate have never been in this position. It's really hard because I grew up as someone that had very little self-esteem. And I'm still finding myself. I am. But, oh shit, there's ads. We'll wait for the ads. But yeah, I'll explain this again. But when you have almost 3 million people on your platform, it's not just one comment. When I address things, it's more like a pack movement that I feel like I need to address. The reason like, for example, the most recent thing, and I'm over it. We've talked it out with the person because the first thing I want to do is just discuss things with people, because I want people to understand the actual story of things. But in the comments, it's one thing to like make a video. It's another to have the entire comment section just being a shitfest of, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to have a whole comment section, a group of people relentlessly attacking you for things that aren't even worth being attacked for. Like the last time I got criticized for using a baby voice with Andy. Like, sue me. What about it? What about it? Oh my god. Or like when I address things online, a lot of the time is because people have wrong information. For example, one of the things that I saw on Twitter go up after this, it's like, oh, now that everything's coming out about Paperback, just a reminder, he's a cheater. No, I'm not. I've never been a cheater in my life. And I don't know. I understand where it comes from. I do. But you don't understand the timeline. The timeline of things affects the situation so much. But I can tell you with absolute certainty, I have never cheated in my life. I am not a cheat. I've never even considered it. Like with my ex, it was discussed, like how our views on cheating was, and I was stone face. I don't tolerate it. Wasn't the same on the other side, but I don't tolerate it. I really don't. Anyways, hence why I talk about it online, because my name gets dragged in the mud for the wrong reasons. If you had a reason to hate me that was valid, sure. But, like, you can't seem to find anything to hate me for, so you just make up shit. Anyways, what was I saying after this? Yeah, I don't understand what they meant. What it meant by inserting himself in places he does not need to be, because it always involved me. Every time, either that or I was defending a friend, which is a regular friendship thing. Okay. From an outsider's perspective, Ethan puts himself at the top of a hierarchy within the cosplaying community. Do I? I want to make this perfectly clear. I have... Is it imposter syndrome? You know when you feel like you're not supposed to be here? Yeah, I want to make this perfectly clear. I do not know how to sew. Barely know how to craft. I can style wigs, but my makeup skills are shit. I don't feel like I should be a big cosplayer, but I am, and I know why. I know why. It's because I'm conventionally attractive, but I'm fully aware of that. But it's not something I can control. I just cosplay little characters that make me happy, and I do acting for it because I like acting. That's my main thing. I don't really care much for cosplay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to be like the top cosplayer because I don't give a shit. I don't want to be a cosplayer all my life. I just happened to become one. Literally, when I started cosplay, I was still finding myself. Also, yeah, there's a cosplay hierarchy now. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, I really don't understand that. I really, really don't. I don't feel like I should be a big cosplayer, which is why I moved over to Twitch. I like doing this. I like communicating with people. I like hosting things. I like... the reason why I do cosplay is because I like acting, but cosplay has never been really a thing for me. Sorry to break it to you. The things that I do for cosplay is mainly thrifting things, so that there's less impact on the world. Are you gonna cancel me for that? And I very, very clumsily sew things together and like kind of fix them to make them look like the character, because I like that. I like doing that, and I don't know how to sew. So, no, I really, really don't think that I'm at the top of a hierarchy, because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Where did you get that from? Genuinely. I'm actually... Because I know that there have been some issues in the past with... And I've talked about this with my mutuals. There are people out there that compare cosplayers. I do not agree with that. I came from... Listen, motherfucker. My first cosplay was Sans from Undertale. It was the worst fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. And I'm so embarrassed about it. But the whole reason why my old cosplays, I don't delete them, is because I want people to know. I want people to know that I came from cringe. Still am. I'm still cringe. But like, there's a growth period. And there's a way of understanding, like, learning from acting, learning what facial expressions work at what time, lighting. You grow. That does not mean you get to put and pit people. Pit people? Pit people. Put. What the fuck? You can't put. Fuck me. You can't compare cosplayers. That's what I want to say. Doesn't matter how many followers they have. Doesn't matter how it looks. It's not a thing that you do. Also, because it fucking pisses me off. Pisses me off because when I started cosplaying Hiccup, for example, I was so happy to see, like, there were only a few Hiccup cosplayers out there, and I got to be mutuals with them. I met George recently. He's fucking amazing. Well, I met him a while back, but it boggles my mind that people think it's decent to go to a new Hiccup cosplayer's content and then be like, Paperbacks is better. No, the fuck it's not. Have you seen my old stuff? My first attempt at Hiccup was so bad. It was so bad. But the reason I keep this stuff up is because it's something that you grow with and you find your own style. I don't understand what you want from me. Okay. Another thing is that he only responds to hate comments, which isn't necessarily problematic, just a bit weird to me. You have a point there. You have a point there, because what am I doing right now? But the reason that feels that way is because it would be weird for me to just pick out a comment. I don't often answer to comments because of the fact that my phone is incredibly overwhelming, as it is. My phone is my work tool. It's the only phone that I have. It's why I struggle getting back to my friends, to my family, because there's just so much happening on there that when, like, these positive comments, I read them and they really help. They really do, but I cannot answer to all of them. And I answer from time to time. But yes, I have been heavily, I am someone that is learning, and I still have a way to go. I really do. But I'm still learning to be okay with people hating me for no reason. But it's hard, you know? It's hard. Because online, you don't get to defend yourself a lot of the time. Because the algorithm blocks you, that kind of stuff. But you are correct on that, and I am working on that. Ethan became very popular by cosplaying Remus, as we all know. However, if you were to associate him with Remus's character, he complains. Huh? I am more than Remus? Valid, honestly? What? When did I say that? Do you realize that was a joke? Oh no. Oh my god. People don't get my jokes. I'm getting cancelled for my jokes. Because I'm doing like a little silly cocky joke because I'm being a dickhead. I don't actually think that. What? I've said that I'm my own person. Yes. Have I said that? I said it in a joking way. I would never have said that genuinely. Reminder to the people that the person that we are talking about, its pronouns are its, okay? It says valid, honestly. However, when he makes Remus his whole personality, and when 99 of his content is cosplaying Remus, it is very weird to be rude to people who then associate him with his character. There's a nuance. First of all, I hate to tell you this. But people were telling me this shit before I even knew who Remus Lupin was. Sorry. I had been told for years that my personality, my way of swearing, and like sometimes how I looked in the past, even when I had darker hair, weirdly, people were like, "Oh my god, you should cosplay Remus because like you're similar." And I never got it because Marauders was not my thing. It wasn't, but then I did, and now people are holding it against me. I don't really understand what the reason I get annoyed by it is because if I do bloody anything in my life, I get, oh my god, he's so Remus coded. But okay, this is a weird way of saying this is weird for me to say because I'm still getting used to it. But me being a disabled person has been romanticized because of Remus. And that's weird. It's so weird. It's genuinely bizarre. Like, I get that it's a comfort character of yours, but I am a real person. So yeah, I get a little bit annoyed when people... It's fine. It's fine from time to time. Because yes, I cosplay him a lot. He works well online. It was the same thing with Hiccup. Anytime I did Hiccup, people were like, oh my god, you're like Hiccup Haddock. It's just what cosplay does. I don't know why, but people don't understand the concept that I'm not the person I'm cosplaying. And just because people are like, oh my god, his actual personality is similar to Remus's, people are like, oh my god, he's like acting as Remus, he's making it his whole personality. I've been rude from the beginning. I'm kidding, but this is just who I am. Ask anyone around me, any people who have met me in real life. This is just how I am. And I'm sorry, I kind of disagree. I've read a little bit of, like, I think All the Young Dudes. Some of his behavior, maybe, from time to time. But I'm myself. I'm my own damn person. So it was really fucking weird because he's a fictional character. And I'm just like, why are people basing everything I do on a fictional character? I'm right here. People realize that 70% of the Marauders is made up by fans, yes? Thank you, Andy. I feel like it's just that people, like, saw me, they associated me to him, and now think that I act like him because I am very happy being my own person, I would like to just say. Well, is it because I'm British? Turns out I'm secretly American, and I'm just being British for the views. Sorry, I'm joking again. I shouldn't be doing that. Because it's a serious topic. Sorry. Wait, hold on. It is weird that he utilizes this Remus persona for money and clout, the Mischief Productions, but gets annoyed when anyone else acknowledges this. You mean my role as an actor? You mean my job? What? Wait, I need to reread that. It is weird that he utilizes this Remus persona for money and clout. You mean me portraying a fictional character? Like an actor? I'm so confused. For the Mischief Productions. Well, yeah. Of course I was promoting, trying to get... Well, I use my platform to get money in for the Mischief Productions. I utilize the Remus persona, Remus role. I don't understand your point. I'm very confused. Okay. This whole Remus persona has contributed to why he has avoided accountability for his actions and behavior for so long. Where did that come from? What do you mean? Is it still in chat? What do you mean? Accountability for what? Because I'm rude? Because I swear? Because I swear. Is that it? What accountability are we talking about? I'm trying to keep an eye out for its username. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch it. What do you mean? What accountability? For what? Sorry. Just joking. My behavior? Wait, this whole Remus persona has contributed to why he has avoided accountability for his actions and behavior for so long. My actions? So I'm guessing by saying Remus persona, you're talking about my personality. This whole his personality has contributed to why he has avoided accountability for his actions and behavior. I don't even know how that makes sense. I would genuinely like some enlightenment. Is that the word? It probably has something to do with people saying you're rude to minors, supposedly. Have I? Is this about... Oh, wait, okay. I need to clarify this because I saw this in a comment once. Sorry. There was this whole thing about a video being made about me being in the Mischief Productions. We're over that. It's fine. I addressed it in a live at some point where I was like, this doesn't have anything to do with the creator of the video, because at the time I didn't know how old they were. But I specifically said, this doesn't have to do with the person that made the video. It has to do with the comments. And I said this like 3 times. And I said, I must have called them an asshole or something. It must have been like, I can't even remember what I said. But I said something along the lines that they're an asshole. But not I don't even think it was the person that made the video. I think I was talking about the people in the comments. But even if... kids can be assholes! Dickhead, yeah. Dickhead, that's the word. It was just like... I'm pretty sure I was a dickhead when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure my mom called me a dickhead once. Is this just... Hey. I just insult. That sounded bad. I swear a lot. But a lot of the time it's very light-hearted stuff. I mean, you can be a dickhead without having to be an adult. Anyways, past that. The fandom do not acknowledge his flaws because they heavily associate him with their favorite character. I would have loved for you to explain that, because you can't just drop that and go, because that makes no sense. I know I have flaws. I do. fuck, I can't think of anything I've done that would warrant that. But I know I have my own flaws, but I'm very careful to make sure that I acknowledge them, and I'm sure that I don't, like, put it out online as much as I can. But the worst thing I do is respond to hate. And plus, if I'm being too much of a dickhead, people tell me. People do tell me. They're like, oh, dude, chill out, okay? Dude, shut the fuck up. And that's just how we are. That's just how we are. I have a... I think people just don't understand how I function. Mm-hmm. Also, they said, forgot to mention, the director also cast Peter as a skinny character. This completely erases the one and only plus-size characters we actually have. I get that people have their own headcanons, however, plus-size people already get discriminated against. We did not need to see it happen within our safe place, our comfort. I completely understand your point of view here. I have a few things to say, however. Because... Not to defend the higher up person, they who shall not be named. But their reasoning, I've discussed this because that was one of the few pieces of information that I was able to figure out, regarding, the past, like, drama. I talked about it with them, and they were like, yeah, but I wanted to take away the stigma of, because it's always like plus size characters that were portrayed as bad characters from what I understood from what they said. But also you have to also consider, you don't know how many people auditioned. You don't know if there was anyone that actually fit that description that you were talking about. And also you have to consider acting skills. And that's something that's really disregarded. That's really disregarded in this industry. Like, when you're starting in a short film thing, like, you can have someone that is plus size, but if they don't know how to act, then what? So I'm not here to defend, because I don't have anything to do with this. I don't know why this was put in a post calling me out, because I didn't even know the Mischief Productions at that time. I only was here like 3 weeks ago. But you have to consider other factors. There's a nuance there. Is that the word? Is that the word? I'm saying big words without knowing what I mean. But you just have to... Yeah, but also the casting choices have nothing to do with you. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with me in particular, but I mean, sure, if you wanna, like, but that has nothing to do with me. I don't know why that's thrown in with me. But yeah, because there are so many people. Like, for example, I know that. Oh, it's gonna be fucking annoying. When the short movie comes out, I am inevitably going to get comments from people being like, he's able-bodied. Like, why is he portraying a disabled character? I am not visibly disabled all the time. But this entire week I'd been walking around with a crutch and my knee brace because my body was falling apart. It's just, there are some things that, like, they did well. Like, I don't even think they knew that I was disabled at the time. But it was convenient that I was disabled and that I was a good actor at the same time. You can't always find someone that has the features that you want and be a good actor. You have to do that. What's going on? Oh, my phone's dead. God damn it. Andy, If you're listening to this, do you think you could get me my charger, please? I'm so sorry. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm trying to read things. Okay, so this whole tweet is purposefully being so misinterpreted, and you pull a whole 360 on what's even meant. Can you please explain what you mean by that? Because I am explaining things as clearly as I possibly can. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do I have... Yeah. I just need to charge my phone. It's not being misinterpreted, I don't think. I think that the person who made this tweet just was misinformed and didn't understand the situation. The charger is extra long. Yeah. They said, you make all the accusations and issues sound silly and minor, so you're Do I? I'm pretty sure that I explained every single thing right now about the GoFundMe, every single one of them. Everything to do with the AI script. I did not make that sound silly. I did not. I take this incredibly seriously. There's a reason that I'm telling you that we are working towards something here, and we have been promised that the Mischief Productions is done. Okay? We are not taking this lightly. You make all the accusations and issues sound silly and minor, so your community will stay behind you and not even question how perfect you are. I'm not perfect. I've just said this. You don't listen. I'm not perfect. I feel like an imposter doing this. I just got dragged into a situation that I had no idea about anything 3 weeks ago. I get dragged into something, and suddenly I'm getting cancelled on Twitter. What do you want me to do? But no, I don't think I'm perfect. Far fucking from it. I don't think you guys realize, but you guys seem to think that I have this like overinflated ego. I have a non-existing... my ego is non-existent. I'm trying so hard to build myself up as a person because I've only been able to start being and feeling myself for the past year. Sorry, that's my phone. And yeah, I have flaws. I do. And I don't... If I do something wrong, I don't expect people to forgive me for it because... That's just how I am. I don't do silly shit because I'm not a shit person. I don't... Oh my god. My brother in Christ. I don't understand how I got into this situation because I have done nothing but try to be as understanding of everyone's situation and being gentle and allowing people to heal from a very heavy situation. And I'm still getting fucked over. And I still cannot believe that this is because of one of my mods that I genuinely trusted. And then it was like, I'm resigning now. So you refuse to talk to me. You bring it to Twitter, and then I have to clean this up? please just, if you're listening, take a moment to understand the impact that your words have. Because it's not just a light thing. Being talked about online so openly and not being able to talk to you directly, it's hard. It's hard to be able to defend yourself on this, but jeez, I didn't even do anything. What did I do? Genuinely, I'm so confused. Let me just... Oh, hey, Caleb's in chat. Hi. Sorry. I'm just still processing things. Wait, did I finish this? Yeah, I addressed the last thing. But I did see in chat that there was something else being discussed on Twitter. So I might as well get it out of the way. Why is my internet not working? Ah, my internet's being a bitch. Okay. I'm just trying to find, because oh my god, there's so much. When was this? Here. I don't understand how Twitter works. How do you read this? Because all the things are backwards. Okay. So it said, I would like to say I did not post a thread to dirtiest name. I did it to bring awareness to things that needed to be known. Well, you did both, didn't you? But you also did it wrongfully because the awareness that you're bringing is wrong. I could not just sit by and let this be ignored. Using AI for script is so immoral and disgusting. I never once blamed anyone on the cast for this. I explicitly said the higher up person. But then why involve me? What? Like, you opened up a platform for people to genuinely just shit on my name. I agree. I hate the fact that there's AI in this. You're not wrong on that. But it had nothing to do with me. I never once blamed anyone. Okay. I am aware that the cast did not agree with this. However, still posting the film and not informing the fans... What? There we go. Not informing the fans that the script is in fact AI is so harmful. But, oh my god, you're not listening to me. Okay. The whole point, if you just listen to me for 2 seconds, is that we will be very open about the fact that we will let people know that the script is very, very much generated by AI. And it is shameful to say. But you don't realize how much money, effort, and actual talent went into this short film. It is not one person that is going to ruin that. And it got to a point where basically the text was a skeleton, but we worked around it because we're good actors. What was I going to say? I forgot. But yes, no. We will be telling everybody before anything is released. Which is why I'm doing this right now. Obviously. And that we're going to be very, very clear about the writing. Trust me. Sorry, I just read a comment. It makes me feel sick to think about anyone accidentally supporting and being invested in something created by AI. That was all that section was for. I agree. But not all of that is... Not... The entire thing is not all AI. We had nothing to do with this. And we spent so much time, so much bloody... What is it called? Emotional, battery on this. I don't think you realize... for example, this movie, I have lost so much money because I wasn't able to do my job, which is right now, right here. So it would be ridiculous for one person to ruin that. But we will make it absolutely clear that this is not something that we stand for, and that we want people to focus entirely on the rest of the project. Because in the past, in the previous short films, it was written by such a talented human being. And it's because of this one person that fucked us all over that is just... Does it not come... Do you not understand? Okay. I'm not telling people to stop supporting or liking Ethan. Everyone is capable of thinking for themselves and having their own opinions. I personally do not support his behavior or actions. Again, behavior and actions for what? Where is it? I've lost it. But I would never expect everyone else to do so just because I made them aware of information they did not know. Information that was tainted by the fact that you did not have the whole context. So yes, you did dirty my name. You did. Even if, and I struggle to believe it, but even if you did, you didn't intend to dirty my name, even though you name dropped me and did a whole thread on me on Twitter. You just need to be aware of the fact that that impacts people. Let me see something. And plus, backtrack, dear previous mod. Can I remind you of the title of the tweet you made? Why Ethan Paperback Eve/EJ is problematic. I think you might need to have a read up about what dirtying someone's name is. What? What? Let me have a look because there's more. I feel like this needs to be said again because what he's saying in stream has me want to repeat myself again. Your point still doesn't stand. Your point... What? I feel like this needs to be said again because what he's saying in stream has me wanting to repeat myself again. I just read out, word for word, what you said. Still isn't valid. What? I would also like to mention I was not involved in any of the cheating conversation because I didn't even know what was happening. I don't believe he did, but I also do not know the story. Please do not put words into my mouth. No, I don't believe that you did. You didn't say anything about that. You didn't. It was just that by creating this space of hatred, you enabled that. Does that make sense? Oh, sorry. So, I really, really hope we can talk about this. Or if you've been able to hear me out right here and understand that what you did was just inherently wrong. Not just towards me, to everyone that I have worked with in the past week. Please, for the love of God, have some decency and take it down. Because this is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous to put that on someone. Especially when I didn't fucking do anything. I genuinely don't understand what you want from me. I'm trying. I've explained everything in detail to you. But if you're not open to the conversation and hearing me out, that is not a problem on me, but that is a problem on you. Because I am very open to conversation. Doesn't seem like you are. Yeah, quick reminder to chat that its pronouns are it, its. We are in a community where we don't misgender people. Not purposefully. I sincerely apologize for my mishaps previously, because it's the first time I ever used pronouns like that. I will get better at it, but just bear with me. But we respect the pronouns. If you're typing, be mindful of that, because you have the time to actually think it out. When you're speaking out loud, it's a little harder, because you can't respect my pronouns as a trans person and disrespect another's just because they wronged someone. Sorry, I'm doing the nervous thing with my hands. Oh, not they. I'm sorry. It wronged someone. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. There's a lot of pressure in my chest right now. Is there anything else people want me to clarify? Because I've literally gone through the entire thread and I've talked about every single word that was there. And I've done it as openly and as honestly as I possibly could. Is there anything else? So someone said, wait, hold on. My chat's being weird. Oh, wait, what? I'm so sorry. I really tried to read what you said, but it really confused me, the highlighted message. I think you're trying to tell me that I should have waited for the mod to talk about it. Wait, what? I'm so sorry. I don't understand. It's so weird. It's really, really weird. I've been sat here talking for 2 hours. 2 hours! And it feels like... It feels like I'm doing one of those fucking silly YouTube apology videos, but I don't have anything to apologize for. So this is a really weird position to be in. I'm struggling to read the chat. I'm sorry. It's so. That's Gaia texted in the chat. I just read the first sentence. I'm saying this as a person who did not like Ethan at first. Wait, I need to read it. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I'm not going to read it out loud because it's going to make me feel weird. But I appreciate it. What? Just so you know, there's a screenshot from your Instagram about wars that people are dragging you for that too? Huh? To be honest, there's so much shit going on in the world. What are we talking about? Which war? What? Aïe aïe aïe. On te chope la veste pour ton manque de réaction sur l'Ukraine. Oof. Ah! Fuck me. Sorry, I just hit a nerve in my... I hit a nerve in my, what's this called? Wrist? I have talked about Ukraine. I have. Way before the Palestinian stuff. But yes, with how the internet works, it dies down. I see less posts the more it happens. I try my best as soon as I come across something. I talk about it. But you have to realize, I get DMs every single day of people being like, please talk about this. Please talk about that. And right now, right at this second, I am dealing with Palestine because of the fact that I know there are other creators that are prioritizing Ukraine. I've seen it so much, and I've seen a lot of the content, and when I do see their posts, I repost it. But right now, my priority, and so that my feed doesn't get clogged for you guys with just absolute shit from the world, I focus on something that is incredibly, like, I don't know, I understand that there are children, like, suffering everywhere, but the reason I prioritize Palestine is because I've talked to families that are going through this, and it's something that affects me fucking deeply, and I am happy to talk about anything, but I need to be careful with, like, I don't know how to explain it. The algorithm, basically, if I talk about too many things at once, it all gets mushed into one thing, and suddenly the impact that my voice has on a certain situation has less impact because I'm talking about everything. Does that make sense? If I am wrong, tell me. Do tell me. I try to talk about issues when I can. I've donated quite a lot of money to different causes when I can, but when it has to do with online stuff, I have to be careful with what I talk about, and because I don't want to value someone else's life over another. But it has been a year, and I know Ukraine and It's been a long fucking time running as well. But the numbers are absolutely appalling. So I am trying my best to treat the most dire cases that I see in my feed. Because I haven't had many updates, because social media sucks that way. There's a wave of support and suddenly it's gone. Which is why I'm trying to focus on one thing to not have that die out. Sorry. But yeah, when I can, I do talk about it. But like, I can't deal with every single problem in the world. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I just saw a comment go past. People are bringing up the story you have calling out cosplayers who darken their skin, and how you say it's not tolerated, and then interact with Gaia, who apparently darkened their skin wrong for a cosplay. I'm unsure about the truth of this, but I keep seeing it on Twitter. It's wrong. It's wrong. I've talked to the artists, and I've talked to Gaia himself, and I've tried to find a middle ground, but not the middle ground, that's the wrong word. But I've tried talking about the different perspectives on each side. And there's so much miscommunication. Gaia is Armenian, right? Am I wrong? Gaia, correct me if I'm wrong. But I was being used as an example about how to cosplay characters, and they put my photo against another cosplayer's photo, which, by the way, don't do that! I fucking hate it! But also, I was not talking about anything to do with the Marauders. I was talking about a cosplayer that did Monster High cosplays. And they darkened their skin for... What's her name? What the fuck her name is? That one. I don't know. I didn't grow up with... I had one Monster High when I was a kid, and that was it. Claudine. That's it. And I called it out because we weren't talking about just a slight change in lighting, which is what, like, we saw how it was edited for Gaia's photos. It's such a complicated situation, but the Claudine, is that the name? They literally went from white to black, and that's not a thing that you can do in the cosplay community. And they did it all through an editing app, which is not what happened in the Marauders community. No, someone said you did a Monster High cosplay. No, I had a Monster High when I was a kid. I had the green one. I had a crush on her. What's her name? No, not Frankie. She's not green. Venus, that's it. Venus Flytrap. I was obsessed with her. Like, my best friend had a doll of her. I'm sorry, I'm going off track. My best friend had a doll of her growing up, and I loved her. And I was like, she's so cool. And he got me. I knew nothing about Monster High, and he got it for me when I was. When was it? When I was like 10, and that was my first awakening to realizing I liked women. Anyways, sorry. But Gaia's white passing, aren't they? So yeah, darkening their skin was a bit weird. But they didn't. We saw the editing. Aaron showed the editing. It's just people jump so quickly without actually listening to people. And that's something that I fucking hate online. Is that no one is open to fucking discussion. And I've talked to artists and they showed me their point of view. And I was like, yes, but have you considered this? And they don't consider this. They just go along with what they think. Because everyone is so fucking closed-minded on this bloody internet, that you can't have a normal discussion. Yeah, plus, like, for example, you see my face? You want to see how fucking pale I am in real life? Looks different, doesn't it? It's lighting, mate. Like, I look so much different. So I don't understand. I literally discussed how it was taken, how it was edited. I watched it. And yet people, oh my god. I'm so tired. This course is too complex for the 5-second attention span generation. Yeah, exactly. And I grew up debating. Not even debating. I just like understanding people's perspectives on things. That's why when there's hate about me, I literally message them and I'm like, can we talk about this? Because I don't want to be mean. I'm not someone that just immediately goes mean. But I want to see why you're saying this. Sorry, I'm trying to read the things. Ethan hasn't recovered from that whole week and now it's been over 2 hours. Yeah. I just feel like we should be okay to talk about this online. If anyone has an issue with me, right? If there's a creator out there that has an issue with me, please talk about it with me. I've had so many people come up to me and tell me things about myself that I didn't even know were a thing. And I was just like, huh? Who said that? Just talk to me. Like, there are so many creators that have unfollowed me because there was shit said about me that was completely wrong and twisted in a way to make me seem like a bad person. Hence the cheating, rumor. That's not a thing. It wasn't a thing. And there's so much about me that has been twisted out there because some people cannot deal with the fact that I'm doing okay right now. I'm happy. And people cannot deal with that. I'm incredibly sorry to the people that I've worked with in the past week that ended up affected by this and had to talk about things now after 2 days of coming back home and finally being able to rest. It's really unfair. It's really fucking unfair. And I cannot believe that it's my damn circle of my community, one of my mods, that did this. Okay. Sorry. And plus, you guys, the people that I met this week are such lovely people. Genuinely, they are so caring. And I appreciate them so much. This week, even though it was absolute bullshit, having to deal with trying to understand if we'd been fucked over, if what the fuck we do about it, addressing the situation towards the person who shall not be named. All of that, despite that, I was able to find a group of people that are so fucking incredibly kind, and I was able to talk about situations that I struggle to talk about. I really fucking do. and they were open to listening, and it was the first time that I've ever interacted. Like, for example, Gaia and Aaron, those two are the first that have heard something bad about me, but that were open to listening. And I appreciate that, because we were able to clear it up and realize that it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. And I am glad that I met everyone. I really do. Sorry. Don't you need to wear your glasses? I feel like it's going to give me a headache right now. Sorry, I'm chatting away. I'm chatting away because I have so much on my fucking chest right now. It's so quiet. It's really bizarre. It's really fucking weird. But if you should do bigger projects next time. Small projects have too much drama. Well, this is the first project I've been on for like camera filming. This was like my first ever experience. What a way to start off. But the whole point was because I wanted to prove to myself that I could still act, because I'd been beaten down to a point where I didn't think I could. And working with these people, being able to bounce off of people when we were acting, it was so fun. It was so fun, even though I don't think I gave my best performance, because I was in so much fucking pain. And I should have discussed this, but I didn't want to be a burden to everyone. But like, I have heavily fucked up my knee, and my health is down the pan, and it's going to take me a while to get back up from that. But yeah, you guys understand now why I'm so fucking exhausted. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much. It's fine. To be honest, as a first acting experience thing, I'm just glad I was able to meet you guys. It's just... What the fuck? I'm still processing everything, but this is why. This is why it would... If we had a few more days to be able to figure shit out, this live wouldn't have been so all over the place. Because with everything that happened, it's really bloody hard to keep track of every single information. And plus, it wasn't just that. They decided to attack me. It decided to attack me just for everything I've ever done. Let me just have a look at something. And then this person decides to retweet someone that says, "You'll need to understand that most of those big cosplayers have never liked the Marauders at all. Their only knowledge of the series is all the young dudes, and that's why their characterizations are so cartoonish and not nuanced." It's a fictional character. That's what acting is. Like, when... Okay. Imagine there's an adaptation about something from a book. no one expects every single actor to have read the book. And plus, I've read other things than all the young dudes. But also, yeah, it's fictional. It's a role that I studied for. Why does it matter so much to you? Like, damn. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but grow the fuck up. It's a character. I'm sorry that the way things aren't exactly how your little headcanon Remus is. But no one gives a fuck. You do you, babe. But stop being an asshole about it online. They repost it. It reposted it. It didn't say it. It was somebody else that said this, but it reposted it. So, hey. Like, seriously, do you believe that Tom Holland read every single Spider-Man comic? No. Give it a fucking rest, mate. And plus, some people really like how I interpret Remus. Some don't. But who cares? Just be... I just do my little cosplays. Can I do my cosplays in peace? Can I do the acting in peace? Sorry. And plus, I just wanted to be able to have an acting reel, or part of an acting reel, something, so that I can show that I can act. Is that alright with yous? Did he read the full scenario before agreeing to it? Not sure if that was addressed before. What do you mean the scenario? Like the script? Yeah, I read, well, I auditioned with something else. But I read the script. But from the beginning I was a bit like... But I thought it was because they weren't like a native English speaker. So I didn't want to like be like, oh, this doesn't sound right. So I said, can I ad-lib on top of this and change the sentences a little bit to feel more natural to me? So. Can't we just hate JKR instead of this? The worst part is, oh, you guys, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. This whole project, one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate myself to this, is because this whole thing was to be a massive fuck you to J.K. Rowling. All of them were honest. They casted trans people because of this. It felt like the intention was there, but the execution, the writing was fucked. And that's why I still believe that our work shouldn't be for nothing. My pronouns are it xin / they, not it / its, as they have said their pronouns on Twitter. So I don't know why they said it differently in chat. maybe it's because it's a day-to-day thing. I know that there are people that are gender fluid. Oh, they just did it to trip me up. Could be one or the other. Ethan, is the film that you feature in still going to be published, or is it just going to get scrapped? Will we ever see it? That isn't for me to say. I'm going to be happy with whatever the team decides. That is fine by me. I do think that it would be a shame to have everyone's work be for absolutely nothing. Because we sacrificed our health, we sacrificed money, we sacrificed our mental state to it. And again, I stopped working for a whole week to be able to do this. So it would be a massive waste of people's time. And people like took off holidays from their work to be able to do this. It's not something we're taking lightly. They did say on the live that they aren't scrapping it. Okay. But again, if they decide against it, that's okay with me. It's up to them. Wait, I have a question. Were all the actors trans or just some? Sorry if I misunderstood what you said. I stopped myself in the middle of the sentence because I don't know who is comfortable being like talked about and being openly trans online. So there are trans actors. I can't say which ones because of the fact that I respect that. But there are quite a few trans characters, trans actors in this. I do say I can say that. Because I don't know who's like stealth, who is, you know. I kind of caught myself last second on that. Will this stream be up for a rewatch? I think so. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so overwhelmed right now. And it's very quiet. Did you quit? I did. As soon as we figured out it was AI, after filming, we basically all quit one by one after the other. I didn't even say anything. I just said, I quit. Cheers. I was so fucking done with the situation that I didn't feel like giving them a decent message. Because they fucked over so many people. And that... my heart ached so much for people. And it's just the disrespect towards such amazing artists, especially with AI. It just made me so angry. And I felt so silly because I'd only been there for a few weeks. So, like, these people that had been there for, like, a year, a few months, I was like, I don't feel like I have my place to be angry here, but I'm so angry for you guys. So... do the cast and crew get paid for their work? No. Not as far as I know. I think most of the cast and crew got like travel expenses covered and like accommodation. They offered to have me accommodated in the Airbnb, but I declined, got my own place because of the fact that I wanted to stream, but it was so fucking tiring that I didn't. And I covered the rest. There's also, I'm sorry, I'm gonna. I the way things were planned out was so, it was unhealthy to everyone. And I was just thinking about, like, for example, Aaron, I have so much respect for. I have so much respect for him because he took on so much during this film, and Dorian as well. And the fact that not only did the person that shall not be named didn't write a script, but also was never fucking there. Everyone did the work. Everyone did the work. And the one thing that affected everybody in this, the text, got tainted. So all of our work is tainted. And it just, it annoys me. I'm so hungry, I need to eat something. Also, Aaron said that he donated 10k to the film, and people still think that the crew was in on this. Yeah. When I heard that, I lost my fucking shit. Oh, sorry. I moved my desk. The fact that these people were so invested towards making this something incredible, and they couldn't be fucking asked to write a damn script when they had writers. They have such a fucking good writer as well. And he got completely disrespected. Did the person even try to defend themselves? I wasn't there during the confrontation about it. I haven't talked to them. I have no respect for them. I have no sympathy for them. I think one of the very few reasons, the only reason that they have some kind of protection around them is because they have a kid that everyone cares about. I just fucking wish that the people that were affected by this were given the opportunity to do this on their terms. And not for me to go live in front of 2.5 thousand people and talk about this. Sorry, I'm losing my shit. I should probably go. I'm just so fucking angry. And I feel like I'm taking it out now because, like, when I was in front of everyone, I didn't really talk about it that much because I didn't feel like I was in the right place. to be angry. Oh, there's TikTok as well. I forgot about you guys. Are you still here? Oh, you guys are still here. Oh shit, there's a lot of you. Okay. What was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, I probably should go now. I'm absolutely livid about the amount of disrespect. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully this has cleared things up for you guys. But yeah. Anyways, probably won't be streaming tonight because it's already fucking late and I feel like I need time to process things properly. But thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for being understanding, and I hope that the people who had a bad view on things have an idea of like how it was from our perspective. But yeah, take care of yourselves and get some water. I'm gonna go lay down. Probably have a mental breakdown. Possibly have a mental breakdown because I feel like I've overshared like too many of my emotions and I don't know how to do that usually. But yeah, have a good night, everyone.